What are we doing?
Going for a walk in the woods.
Going for a walk in the woods.
Now with belly hurts and these little sides.
Really? You've been doing a lot of running. That's probably why. Linnea, we can look and see if we see any wild animals out here. So Linnea and I are, it's almost dark, it's going on 5 p.m. We're just picking up the camera for the day. And we're going on a little bit of a walk, just getting some fresh air.
People in the woods, right?
Looks like we're all alone. I don't see anybody else, do you?
Well, I think we are not close enough to see other people.
You could be right. I'm sure there are other people. I'm sure we're not the only ones in the woods. All of the congestion here, we'll go up to the lights on the little path, okay? Mm-hmm. All of the congestion that has been passed around our family in recent weeks has finally hit me. Oh. I'm rapid testing COVID negative. Just testing. Callum had his PCR and he had the exact same stuff and tested negative, so I feel pretty certain that it's just the same stuff. Yeah, see, we're not alone. So I'm just out with Linnea getting some fresh air. We haven't done a whole lot today, just usual stuff. Do you want to try the flashlight now? It's kind of a weak flashlight, isn't it?
It's not great.
Yeah, it's really not.
A lot of time when you do this, you just can't see. Also, when you do this, you can't.
I know. Wow.
That's the way back home.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Go home.
Well, we need to go home.
I don't want to.
You like being out? It is fun being out at night, huh? I don't think I've ever been out with the lights on. Maybe I have, but it's been a while. So we're just getting some fresh air before it's totally dark. We're on our way home now. We'll be home in a few minutes. Are you making faces? Are you making faces? Are you making faces?
Mom, can you make funny faces on the camera? Dad. I'm a little monkey.
Oh, you are. You are indeed.
Hello, hello. We're going for a walk and there's Mommy.
Ooh, I've got the flashlight. Is it too dark?
Well, I can see very well actually.
Okay. Linnea, do you want raclette for dinner tonight?
I thought we were having spätzle.
Spätzle's tomorrow. Papa's making your spätzle tomorrow. Raclette.
I like potatoes with the peel on it.
You eat potatoes with the peel on it? Or do you like it without?
Sometimes I eat it with peel.
Mmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Go, Callum.
I can do this thing without hands.
Let me see. Let me see. Wow, look at you. Whoa! That was close. Okay, and go. Woo! Nice.
Again.
What are you guys making? What, Ellie? Potato? Okay. So they are making lentils and spätzle this evening for dinner under Papa's direction. All right. Hey, everybody. So much to catch you up on. I am just now picking up the vlog. Well, actually, that's not true. I vlogged earlier today at a playground, and here's what that was about. So Roman and I have spent the last year looking at places that we have been thinking about buying. We've just gone back and forth over like trying to stay in this area, staying in Berlin, going into Brandenburg, what's the right thing. It's just like a whole thing. We ended up finding this really really, really nice area that was actually recommended by somebody that we knew. The son went to kindergarten with Callum, and then before the boys started Grundschule, they moved out to this area. They've just really enjoyed having more space and all that kind of stuff, and we've always just been on the fence about it. But today we ended up taking the kids to the playground in one of the areas where we're really honing in on like looking for a home, and had a wonderful time. We enjoyed it, just enjoyed the general atmosphere, and I got really excited thinking about like possibly owning our own home and being able to get a pet for the kids. And like, you guys know how much Linnea loves animals, and I want the kids to have a childhood pet that they can take care of and, you know, raise animals, and just, that was always one of the best parts of my own childhood, being able to raise animals. And I had hamsters, and I had turtles, and I had dogs and cats, and it's always kind of made me sad that we've never really been able to do that for the kids. And granted, our kids have had their own experiences and they've had their own memories that have made their childhoods incredibly unique and wonderful, but there's something really special about having a house pet, and I would love to be able to get into a situation where we could have one, but we can't in this environment. So that was a nice thing to kind of go and do with the kids, and also kind of get them used to the idea of possibly leaving this area and seeing that there are wonderful places outside of where we live that they could maybe call home. And we're a family with 3 kids. We just need more space, and to stay here in this area, you need at least 1.5 million euros to buy a single family home. Not like a big one, not one that's like modernized or renovated in any way. I'm talking like just the bones of a house that was probably last updated in the 1950s. You need quite a bit more money than frankly we're willing to spend, or that we can spend. So I think for me it's become very clear just what reality is, and what, you know, setting sights on a new goal, a new dream. And it was nice. It was nice to kind of go out and see that we can in fact leave Berlin's limits and be okay. And it's hard. It's really hard. It wouldn't be this hard if we didn't have the kids, and it wouldn't be this hard if the kids weren't in school. But the reality is we've moved so much, and we were 5 years too late. We moved to London in terms of buying. And, you know, in those years that we really got to the point of thinking about buying, we were just too late. It got too expensive. And honestly, here in Berlin, it's the same thing. We're just 5 years too late. And it's a problem. It's a problem around Germany. It's not just Berlin. It is a nationwide problem. We're very frustrated with the home situation here. It's very, very, very frustrating. And it brings a lot of anxiety about what to do, and it's frustrating because all of the families that we know are in the same position, trying to figure out where to live, because the city is no longer affordable for families who just need more space. And it's annoying because, like, last night when Linnea and I went on a walk, we were walking down the street, and for some reason, like in Baden-Württemberg, people always closed their shutters. Like, once it got dark, people closed the shutters so that you couldn't see in the house. But here, that's not really a thing. So you can walk down the street and you can see inside of people's homes. Linnea and I just walking down the street, and there are all these big homes, big single family homes with just one person sitting in the living room watching TV. And it's like, you have this whole house to yourself when there are thousands of families in this area that would give anything to buy this home. And then odds are that person will sell their home, but only to an investor who wants to stay, like they want to stay in that home. The people who own the house would only sell the home to an investor to own the house, so that the person that currently owns the home could live in the house until they pass away. And I'm not kidding, like, this is a thing. And the amount of like people will sell their home, but then they'll have like a right to live in the home until they pass away. And it's like, no, that doesn't happen in the US. Like, and even friends in the UK were like, what is that madness? Like, when you sell a home, you're out of there. But here, there's like all these different scenarios, and we we have discovered them all, where the person will only sell you the home if they are allowed to live in the property. They will only, and they will not pay you rent, even though you own the property that they live in. They just get to live there rent-free, but you are responsible for taking care of the property until they pass away, and only then can you enter the property. It is crazy. And unfortunately, that seems to be what a lot of this is, because this is a way for people to, you know, get their money, get their retirement money and their investments. And we've even been like, hey, we'll pay you more than what you're asking just to leave the property. And they're like, no, we're not going to do that. So it's been a thing. So there's that. And then let me check my phone, because we have a third case. Okay, so in Callum's class, 3 boys have now tested positive on rapid tests for coronavirus. 1 boy tested, and his parents contacted our WhatsApp group and basically said that he's positive and just letting parents know. And this is really the first time that we've had an incident where it's spreading like wildfire in his class. So I told Roman, I was like, Callum's gonna stay home. Callum is vaccinated. I'm hoping that we'll be able to just keep Callum home and do homeschool and stuff, and just keep an eye on him and test him and see what happens, because again, the anxiety is just so much. It's so much. Ignore how I look. I've been crying. Full transparency, I'm just overwhelmed right now with coronavirus, house, everything. So we just got a message from Callum's teacher that a 4th child has now tested positive. So Callum is home. He's home. He's in quarantine. But we're gonna do a corona test on him right now. Let's see what happens. Was that a mouth test?
Yeah, I know.
I think he likes the nose test more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, it looks like Callum is testing negative. So that's good. I'm so glad we got him vaccinated when we did. I have a whole bunch of dishes to clean up, because Linsen and Spätzle, which is what we had for dinner, it always requires a bunch of stuff. No, the fear that I had when Linnea tested positive is not necessarily the fear that I have this time. When Linnea tested positive, she was unvaccinated. It was so out of the blue, so unexpected. At least this time around, we've had a little bit of notice. We know that Callum is vaccinated. We know that his vaccinations will help him. We've done the whole 10 days of isolation and quarantine before. The fear that I always have is, of course, how my kids handle it, but in particular, how Elliot handles it as the unvaccinated child with a lung condition. So, you know, his asthma is no joke. His asthma is no joke, and I wish that I could be a parent that just didn't care or didn't have to worry, or I wish that I could walk around just saying, oh, you know, let's just get back to normal life. It's so bad for the kids. I mean, I wish that I could have that mindset, but for me, whenever he gets sick, he gets very sick. And I'm frankly getting quite tired of hearing and reading people saying that it's like, you know, weeding out the weak. And throughout history, this is the way it's always been, that, you know, the weak people get sick and they're the ones that pass on. And I just don't have the patience to read that when I have a 2-year-old, an almost 2-year-old, that has not chosen any of this and has lived his entire life in a pandemic and has had to do more and go through more testing and more doctor visits than people can even imagine. Yeah, so we're getting emails now from Callum's teacher about him staying home. He has to stay home now. So I think he has to also do another PCR test this week in order to get out of quarantine if he doesn't show any symptoms. Anyways, I need to go and do these dishes.